There's 7 chakras here. Ignore the letters and the numbers, it's just from a reading. Now these chakras relate to the churches in this way. So Ephesus is the root chakra, you can see there in red, around the genitals, and that relates to the endocrine system, the gonads. You don't have to remember all this. As we go through, I'll be reinforcing it. But the root chakra is really important because it holds all the energy and power over the others. For a strong house, you need a strong foundation, and upon the foundation, everything else is built. Smyrna, the sacral, the orange, as you can see in the lower tummy, if you like, below the navel, that relates to Leiden in the endocrine system. Pergamon is the solar plexus, and that's the yellow, and relates to the adrenals. Thyatira is the heart, the green, and relates to the thymus. Sardis, the throat, the blue, represents the thyroid. Philadelphia, the third, or the brow chakra, it's sometimes known as, and again is represented by the violet, is the pineal gland. And Laodicea, the crown, which can be represented as silver, white, is related to the pituitary gland. Now the pituitary and the pineal are centered in the brain. Depending on what spiritual tradition you come from, sometimes they can be reversed. The third eye is called the pituitary and the crown relates to the pineal. But for this, and the way I was taught, and the way Edgar Cayce also intuitively interpreted it, the third eye is the pineal and the crown is the pituitary. And again, that will be important for the end. Now, although those chakras are lined up beautifully down the spine, they can actually be out of place. But now they can photograph the chakra energy areas and see where they're out of alignment. They can be all across the body. To serve God fully and wholly, God's will comes through the crown, through the top of the head, and has a straight path down to the root chakra. So that flow works best when it's straight. That's why in meditation you always want a straight spine. And if they're out of alignment, obviously the will is all over the place and the energy is all over the place, physically, mentally, spiritually. So now Edgar Cayce says that really, instead of a straight line, the chakras are like a question mark. So at the bottom, you know where you have the round circle of the question mark, that's really the Kundalini energy in the root chakra. And that has to be unwound, if you like, that has to be released. And then we're told when we release our Kundalini that we become more spiritually enlightened. And then the question mark continues up, but it kind of curves round, in some ways the way the spine does. And then it would hit the top, the crown, the pituitary, before it comes down on the forward round point, which would be behind the eyes, the third eye, the brow chakra. So it may be, and I think that's intuitively right, that actually the chakra energy system is not a straight line, it's more akin to a question mark. So as we go through, I'll be reinforcing that, but hopefully that, if you have no understanding of the chakras, will help you as we go along.